All right, so in here we have 3 scoops of protein powder, level 1, flavor of your choice. For this recipe, it's vanilla. I happen to be making a blueberry version right now because I'm out of vanilla powder right now. So anyway, 3 scoops, level 1, 1.5 cups of the Power Cakes mixed from Kodiak buttermilk flavor, and then 1 cup of non-fat Greek yogurt plain flavor. Just dump all that in there, and I use a little baby spatula to get out as much as I can. All right, so the key is you just kind of want to mix it around pretty well, and it won't make a dough ball right away. You'll probably end up getting, as you can tell, little kind of flaky, smaller dough balls, little dough nuggets in here as you keep going around. The key is don't touch it with your fingers yet. Keep going as much as you can without touching it, because it does get really sticky with the yogurt and the protein powder together. So you want to just keep going. Keep going. It's getting harder. That's good. Harder to stir, harder to mix. There you go. Doing well. And as you can tell, let me bring you in a little bit closer. There's still some dry powder on the bottom that isn't mixed in. And that's a good sign, we're getting there. So this is looking pretty good. This is very sticky. I'm going to show you the edge here. It is super sticky. If you touch it with your fingers, it's definitely a sticky beast, and I'll leave a residue, so we're very close to what we want now. There's still some unmixed bits in there. That's good. You can see there's some flour on the top. Okay, so now that we've got it like this, that seems pretty well close to where we start using our hands. You have the option now of spraying your hands with some nonstick spray to help if you want. I'm going to do that. So I just put a little light coating of oil on my hands so that they don't completely gunk up with this mixture as I put my hands in it. So the idea is gently, you're gonna scoop where this dry mixture still isn't in there. Just keep moving it around very gently. And you'll form your dough ball. So just keep moving. Get this little bit on the side. And just keep working it until the part that's at the bottom, where all the dry powder is, gets a chance to make it around. Now the part that makes it harder is if your fingers stick in to the center of the dough, you're gonna get more of the super sticky dough. So try when you're doing it to sort of keep your fingers from going in the middle, and just sort of grab the bottom, flip it, squish, flip it, squish. And try as much as possible, keep your fingers out of the middle part. And once you've got it all fairly well mixed so that the dry ingredients are pretty much all in the dough, I have very little dry ingredients left there, then we're ready to roll it out. So take your bowl, set it to the side, and on your surface, you're gonna really wanna flour this well. So I take some of the Kodiak mix and do a really generous sweep of your surface with flour there, or the mix I should say, so that it is not going to stick. All right, so now we've got it pretty well floured. Take your dough ball and we're gonna put it there. Put a little more on top and get ready to roll. So just gently roll it out. As you roll it out, some of the stickier sides will get exposed. And if they do, and you catch it sticking to your roller, like that just did, then just add a little bit more flour to that edge as it expands out. That's not a surprise because you're gonna be exposing those sticky parts in the middle a little bit more as this goes on. So just kind of roll it out as best you can into a rectangle or whatever shape. It's pretty forgiving. There we go. Rolling, rolling. Tiny bit more flour there. All right, looking good. All right, and now that's all laid out, you can grab your ingredients for putting in the filling part. I use Sukrin Brown Sugar alternative. It's delish, amazing. Just go ahead and give a generous amount of this. I get this on Amazon. I don't think I've ever seen it in the stores per se, but I live in a pretty small town. All right. Almost there. Looking good. And then get your cinnamon. And sprinkle some cinnamon around. Looks good. Now we roll. So just take the edge and start to roll. If you floured the bottom pretty well, you shouldn't have a problem pulling it up without it sticking. If you do get a little bit of sticking, just grab a knife or your finger and kind of pull the edge up gently. Should be fine. There's a little stick. So we can just pull it up. Ooh. I have a little scraper tool. I will encourage it up. So I missed flouring that part. There we go. And that'll just roll on up. We have a breach. I'll actually put a little bit on there to make it a little easier for me to handle. Like that, we are done. that is the roll. So we have a nice roll. I'm just gonna cut it up into however many slices. Usually mine has been making 11 rolls. And we should be good to go.